Is Arcane 2 a disaster? Hopefully not. Let's find out.
There will be no leaks shown in this video, so don't worry, you are in a safe place and we are good to go. So for this video, I am not really gonna use a script because things are about to get emotional. I mean, I'm the one who is supposed to break down all the characters. But long story short, there was an oopsie of a catastrophic size. At least that's on paper, because in reality the files that leaked were quite tiny. Now of course, because we are covering this here, it means that Riot was hit. However, they were not the only ones that were hit. And worst of all, the leak that happened was just incredibly dumb. But yes, in case you haven't heard, there was quite a big leak around Netflix. Now of course, leaks are somewhat common when it comes to entertainment, because the moment things get into localization, you have to give your show to someone else whom you have to trust. Then they do their thing with it, which usually means they dub over it or they make subs for it or something like that. And
yeah, pretty true and accurate so far.
Then they give you the show back. During that opening, there is a lot that can go wrong. And that is exactly what happened. And we even got a quote from a Netflix spokesperson. So what happened is that one of our post-production partners has been compromised, and footage from several of our titles has unfortunately leaked online. Now I've heard that this was just a dubbing studio. So it is exactly what I just described. They were supposed to dub the show in a different language, which means that they had the footage, and so they became a valuable target. Now, the quote mentions that this partner has been compromised, which means we unfortunately don't know if they got hacked and someone just got into their server, or if there was a really dumb person who just gave the keys to someone they shouldn't have trusted. But because
Well, there's also a big chance that someone just, who had the footage decided to post it online in a leak format or something like that. It's pretty typical. Ever heard of War Thunder? Yeah, classified US schematics for tanks, fighter jets, and so on get leaked there pretty much daily at this point. It's pretty great.
because the leak seems to be quite big, it seems like someone hacked into their system. And then Netflix also...
Honestly, I literally could not care less. I just want to know if Arcane is going to be good or not, because I love Arcane, and if it's going to be bad, well, my pitchfork is ready. Yay!
So mentions that our team is aggressively taking action to have it taken down. Now let me tell you, if you've
Not gonna work, obviously.
been on Twitter, they are probably not trying hard enough. I can guarantee you are one search away from just accessing all the episodes. But then again, there's gonna be thousands of
All the episodes? Jesus.
people sharing these episodes just so they can have 3 likes on a tweet. Which means there is no way Netflix can catch them all. Though, because they mentioned that they are going after them aggressively, I'm pretty sure some suing is gonna happen. And speaking of
Yeah, the threat of suing is probably honestly gonna be enough.
Twitter, if you are on that website, I would recommend just muting a few words. Stuff like leaks, Arcane, every single character that appeared in Arcane, which is gonna be annoying, but you can unmute the words when it all comes out, I guess. But for now, that is our only defense. Now, the good thing, from what I've heard, is that the footage that got out is potato quality. Which means the footage is likely watchable, but you may get the feeling that you are back on YouTube in 2004. So even if you go after the leaks, that probably won't be the best experience. Now, the funny thing is that after the Netflix leak got out, a lot of the websites that covered it didn't even mention Arcane, even though...
That's not Arcane, is it? No, there's no way. That's something else.
Arcane was the #1 show on the entirety of Netflix for like a month. No, instead, the covering of the leaks focused on a lot of animes. For example, and again, don't worry, I am not leaking any footage, but a few episodes from the 3rd season of
Oh! It's back, boys! Whoa! Man, I was about to start reading the manga, but we're back.
Zero are out. Apparently, there is a Mononoke movie and the Terminator Zero anime, which I
Oh boy. That's gonna be so cringe.
have a feeling has nothing to do with Arnold.
Wait, it does? There is a Terminator anime from the original Terminator universe? Why
There's no way.
did no one tell me this?
It's Netflix, okay? Arnold is gonna be probably trans or something. Relax. No one cares.
This exists?
And what's really cool to see is that some of the animators and the people who worked on these animes decided to speak out. Specifically, they are talking to all the people who like leaks and who want to spread them because everyone should be able to watch this glorious show. This is our hard work. It is meant to be released on its due date, something we, as animators, really look forward to. It is incredibly disrespectful and just straight up annoying. You think you are doing some kind of service to the community, but you are not. Now let me
I don't think anyone thinks that they are doing a service to the community here, okay? That's not how these things work. This is... As anything you expect on Twitter, expect brain rot.
be clear, no, those people don't believe they are doing any kind of service to the community. They just want to
Exactly.
be the one who is leaking all the episodes because they get all the likes for it. And yeah, I don't believe there ever was a person who managed to start a career on a leak. Which is why these people are just scummy. But yes, as I mentioned, among all of these shows, Arcane leaked too. Or at least the first 5 episodes. Now we don't know how many there are gonna be. My guess is that it is gonna be a 3-week run with 3 episodes each, as it was with season 1. But that is
That's such a strange run, it's insane. Like, okay, I get it, you're putting in it as acts. Act 1 is obviously gonna be the aftermath of the ending of, Arcane Season 1, aka Jinx blowing up, the council. Act 2 is gonna be stabilization or something, and Act 3 is gonna be, well, the conclusion of whatever is happening. Is Zana already... Well, no. Zana already after Silco is a complete sovereign entity. So, Act 1 is the consequences. Does that mean war? Or is Act 2 war? Because Act 1 is like, okay, this is what happened. This is insane. Time to kill everyone. I wonder how that's gonna go. It should go something like that. Because, again, a good show has consequences for action. Arcane, hopefully, is still a good show, and it has consequences for actions. And blowing up the council is a pretty big consequence, not gonna lie. Especially, what was it? Who were the people there and ready for war already against Zon? I forgot who they were. It's the faction that Darius is a part of and whatnot. It's that one, I think.
is just guessing, we have no idea. And what's funny is that this isn't even the first time something from Arcane 2 leaked. I know, I'm somehow dodging spoilers here, like Neo. And again, don't worry, I am not spoiling anything in this video. But just know that the VGU linked to Arcane also leaked. I don't know how it got leaked, I
The hell is a VGU?
don't know if it was just concept art or if it was just a frame from Arcane or something. But apparently it is confirmed through a leak who the VGU is. And I'll be honest, without spoiling anything, if you know the lore of League of Legends, you probably have a really good guess of who that might be. If you take into account who got skins during the first season, who didn't get them, and what characters are involved, it's really not that difficult to connect the dots. But as of right now,
I'm clueless.
nothing is still confirmed. And yeah, there was also the leaked poster, which didn't really show anything, and people
Echo is gonna be a bigger part of the everything. Who was oh, this one is the one that I was talking about, this one. Who the hell is she? I don't remember. I don't care also.
freaked out about that one too. So I don't think this is the last time anything leaked from Arcane before it got out. But here's the thing.
Well, Arcane's coming out in a couple of months, right?
People know that I hate spoilers. I have called out people for shitty thumbnails with spoilers in them on YouTube many times in the past. And if I ever get to cover a leak, it is because it is just spread everywhere. Or it is because Riot themselves officially released something too early. Briar's feet might be the funniest example here. But if it is something more hidden and something far more valuable...
Well, what has League of Legends become if not just a cesspool of degenerate footies and, you know, PDF files at this point, honestly?
But if it is something more hidden and something far more valuable, like Arcane Season 2, there is no way I'm gonna dive into that. And in fact, every time Riot shows something to the creators, I always tell them, don't spoil anything.
Well, look at that. Look at that. On one side it's V, on the other one is Jinx. One is probably walking into, and one is probably walking away from a pill tower. Pretty interesting.
For me. And right now, apparently that became a little bit of a joke for the community manager at Riot, because whenever they actually want to show me something so I can prepare a video, for example that happened with Swarm, he is always begging all the writers to not spoil anything. And that is simply because having my reaction be true just as it is for the community is the key. I don't really want to know something
Okay.
that the public asked in the past, that Riot has never leaked anything on their own. And every time it happened, it undermined all the preparation that went into their releases. And
This is interesting. There's a lot of companies, there's a lot of big things that do these intentional leaks to get people hyped. World of Warcraft is a notorious example. They purposely leak everything, almost about everything that they are doing expansion-wise, but not really new game-wise. So people get hyped.
And here comes a plot twist. The overall community around League of Legends and Arcane agrees. The vast majority of the players is actually avoiding the leaks.
Yeah? I don't want to see any leaks.
Now sure, there is the occasional
And the reason why I don't want to see any leaks is because Arcane is one of the better things that has come out in the past movie, TV show wise ever, okay? And, you know, I'm hoping that Arcane 2 is going to be great. So, yeah. No, I'm not sure. Well, we don't know. No one's talking badly about Arcane Season 2, which is good. So, let's see.
guy in the comment section asking, anyone has a link to that? But for the majority, it's fine. And it is amazing to see this kind of general reaction. Looks like I'm not visiting For You page for 3 months. Can someone share their blocked words list so I can adapt mine? Scummy bastards. Please don't make a video on that. Well, it depends on the context. If you value avoiding spoilers for Arcane Season 2, you should mute every character name on Twitter and tags on TikTok. If Victor gets a hexsex scene, I want to watch it live, not from a crappy...
What? Again, this is why I don't like League of Legends players. A Hex what now scene? I don't want you to explain.
leaked screenshot. Thanks, Overly. So yeah, in general, things are not that bad. And surprisingly, people want to avoid the leaks because they want to experience the show as it was meant to be experienced. And as to how well we will be able to avoid the spoiling, time will tell. I am pretty sure this is not the last time something got out, but rest assured, I am not.
Okay. Very cool, Necrit. Anyway, 10 out of 10. Hopefully Arcane Season 2 is going to be epic. No leaks, no spoilers, no anything. Bye-bye.